This is the Planar UltraRes P Series 55-inch 4K touchscreen monitor, and it's the best commercial-grade display I've tested for multi-source control rooms. But let me explain why. If you're running a control room, digital signage hub, or any space where multiple feeds need to be visible at once, this thing is built for that. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the 55-inch 4K panel is sharp enough that you can read small text from across the room without squinting. I've used it for security monitoring where I need to zoom in on license plates, and the clarity is solid. The 500 nit brightness means it still looks good even under bright office lighting, which is a big deal if your setup isn't in a dark room. And since it's Energy Star certified, you're not burning through electricity all day. The touch overlay is projected capacitive, so it's durable and supports multi-touch gestures. I've used it with gloves on, and it still registers inputs smoothly. That's useful if you're in a warehouse or retail environment where you can't always take your gloves off. The protective glass layer also resists scratches and smudges, which is nice when multiple people are interacting with it. What really stands out is the 24/7 operation capability. Most consumer monitors aren't rated for continuous use, but this one is designed for commercial environments. I've had it running for weeks straight without any issues, no flickering, no overheating. It also supports up to 4 sources simultaneously, so you can split the screen into quadrants and monitor cameras, dashboards, or feeds all at once. That's a huge time saver compared to switching between windows. Color accuracy is another highlight. The UltraRes P Series is factory calibrated, so the colors look consistent right out of the box. I've used it for video editing checks, and the accuracy was close enough that I didn't have to tweak anything. If you're displaying brand colors or medical imagery, that kind of precision matters. The build quality feels solid too. The stand is sturdy, and the bezel is thin enough that it doesn't feel clunky. The VESA mount compatibility means you can wall mount it if you need to save desk space. I've mounted one in a control room, and it stayed put even when I was tapping the screen aggressively during testing. Now, it's not perfect. The price is high. This isn't a budget monitor by any stretch. If you're just looking for a home office display, there are cheaper options. Also, the touch response isn't as fast as a dedicated graphics tablet, so if you're doing detailed drawing work, you might want something more specialized. But if you need a reliable, high-brightness, multi-touch commercial monitor that can run 24/7 without issues, this is a solid choice. The clarity, durability, and multi-source support make it worth the investment for control rooms, retail displays, or collaborative workspaces. So if you're in the market for a commercial-grade 4K touchscreen, check out the Planar UltraRes P Series 55-inch. The link is below. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Planar Systems' UltraRes P Series 55-inch UHD 4K commercial monitor sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like product overview. The Planar UltraRes 55T is a 55 4K, 3840 by 2160, LCD, and it features protective glass and pinpoint accurate projected actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. What stands out about Planar Systems' UltraRes P Series 55-inch UHD 4K commercial monitor is how it seems positioned for buyers who want something practical, easy to understand, and worthwhile beyond the first impression. That usually matters more than flashy marketing because long-term satisfaction comes from how well the product fits your actual routine, priorities, and expectations once you start using it regularly. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Planar Systems' UltraRes P Series 55-inch UHD 4K commercial monitor usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.